Baghdad, the jewel of the Muslim world, the city where knowledge flowed like the Tigris itself. Here, scholars gathered from every land, jurists, theologians, philosophers, and guardians of hadith. But one day, Baghdad's scholars prepared a test, not of wealth, not of strength, but of memory and of truth. A young scholar had arrived. His name was already known across the Muslim world. They called him Muhammad ibn Ismail al-Bukhari. The people said he had memorized hundreds of thousands of hadith. But could this truly be? Baghdad decided to find out. The streets of Baghdad were alive with voices. Merchants sold silks and spices. Children ran through alleys. Scholars debated in the courtyards of great mosques. In this city of brilliance, al-Bukhari walked quietly. His clothes were plain, his steps were humble, yet his reputation had already reached every corner of the city. "They say he has memorized 200,000 hadiths," whispered one man. "No, more than that," replied another. "They say he never confuses a single chain of narration." And so, the scholars of Baghdad decided, we must test him. 10 scholars gathered. Each selected 10 hadiths. But these were not ordinary narrations. They scrambled the chains, switched the narrators, mixed the beginnings and endings. 100 hadiths, all deliberately altered. "We will recite them to him," one scholar said, "and see if he can correct them. If he succeeds, then truly he is who they claim." Word spread. The mosque would be full. The city of knowledge was about to witness a trial unlike any other. The mosque overflowed. Students, merchants, even laborers came to watch. All eyes turned to the quiet scholar as he entered. Imam al-Bukhari took his seat. No pride, no boasting, just silence. The first scholar stood. He recited a hadith with its chain of narrators, twisted, altered. The crowd waited. Would al-Bukhari correct him? But he simply said, "I do not know this hadith." The scholar recited another. Again, "I do not know this hadith." 10 times he recited. 10 times al-Bukhari said the same words. The people began to whisper, "Has he failed? Is the reputation false?" The second scholar rose. He recited 10 more altered hadiths. Again, al-Bukhari replied, "I do not know this hadith." One by one, all 10 scholars recited. 100 times he answered, "I do not know this hadith." Doubt filled the mosque. Had Baghdad exposed him? Then Imam al-Bukhari stood. His voice was calm, steady. "As for the first hadith narrated by the first scholar," he said, "you mentioned it like this." And he repeated the scholar's version exactly, with all its mistakes, word for word. "But the correct version is this." And he recited the proper chain flawlessly. He turned to the second scholar. "As for your first hadith, you narrated it as such." Again, he repeated the wrong version, then corrected it. One by one, he repeated all 100 altered hadiths exactly as they had been narrated. And one by one, he corrected them all. The mosque fell quiet. The people could only listen. His voice filled the air, each chain precise, each word flawless. By the end, the silence was so deep, it felt as though even the walls of the mosque were listening. Then the people cried out, "Allahu Akbar! Truly, he is the Imam of Hadith." Afterwards, the scholars approached him. "By Allah," they said, "we tested you with 100 altered hadiths. You returned each one exactly as we recited it, and corrected every chain. Truly, your memory is a gift from Allah." Al-Bukhari lowered his gaze and replied, "It is not my memory. It is Allah's mercy. For if a man trusts his own mind, he may err. But if he relies on Allah, Allah protects him. From that day forward, no one in Baghdad doubted him again. His name was sealed among the greatest of scholars. The test in Baghdad was not only about memory. It was about truth, integrity, trust. In a world where false narrations could spread confusion, only a man of honesty could preserve the Sunnah. For us today, the lesson is clear. Brilliance without honesty is dangerous. But truth, guided by Allah, is a light that never fades. Imam al-Bukhari's memory astonished Baghdad, but his humility and reliance on Allah are what make his story eternal.